Hello from my studio space. This is Cat Swan with Blank Canvas and Coffee. In a previous video in the studio, I did a wash of titanium white acrylic paint, opting not to use gesso. So as I did that, you can see that to give an example of what it looks like to paint on a washed surface or a gessoed surface as opposed to the natural board, I decided to do this after I'd already drawn the drawing. So I've painted over that white pastel drawing. So I'm going to go back in and show you how it can look with graphite pencil drawn over the painting. So I have HB, B, and 2B pencils, lightest to darkest. And I'm going to start with the HB, and if that doesn't show up on camera, then I'll use the 2B. And this is the kneaded eraser that we're not going to need during this point, and I'll give an example of what it might look like to erase that off so you can avoid some mistakes from my example. Okay, so just like we did with the other underdrawing, just kind of see where the bowl might be. And that's a pretty good guide. So since this is about the halfway point, I didn't want to do a straight line down with the wash because then it would cut off most of the shadow on this side. And if I also did that, it might cause me to lose some of the highlight over here. So this way I'm trying to get an even as possible with a diagonal line, showing what the wash looks like with the shadow element as well as the highlight, and vice versa. I'm going to change to the darker pencil. It looks a little too light. Checking with angles. Okay, so let's see how the kneaded eraser looks here if you use it on the board. Straight across, there's brush strokes that, even though you can't really see them, the slightest texture is causing the eraser to not be able to erase that line. So you would need to go like this to try to pull that up. Now it's not pulling the paint up, which is good, but it does lose the other line that I created there. And if you're going for more of a sketchy, spontaneous kind of look, instead of a clean, finished, polished painting, then especially if you're doing washes, then you can leave some of those lines that are your first attempts. And if you're doing more of a urban sketch kind of look, then that would be fine to leave in there, especially if you're doing pen and ink and then painting over that. But this, we're going for more of a finished look on this side as well as this side. So we can make corrections in the painting process. So I'm going to stop with the drawing just to give a guide as to where we're going. Go with your gut. Go with what your eye's telling you. And then there's a little bit of a shadow here that we'll just add right about there. Okay, now let's get to the painting. Thank you so much for watching my blank canvas and coffee video, and I hope to see you next time when we view another blank canvas together and maybe have some time to enjoy some coffee. If you enjoyed today's art session, please don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, and please click on the bell to receive a notification for my next art session. See you next time.